I am sick and tired of all these self-help gurus, self-help coach, manifestation gurus, manifestation coaches that oversimplify manifestation, making everyone think that all you have to do to manifest your dream life or manifest something in your life, you just have to create a vision board, have a cute little pictures on it, or write it down somewhere and then look at it and it will magically happen. That is not how it works. That is why I'm here today to tell you how you can manifest your dream life in 3 very simple, powerful steps, because I know I have done it for my life. I am living my dream life. I am living in the life that I manifested for myself, from my husband, the location we at, from the life that we've been living for the past 2 years. So all you have to do if you want to manifest your dream life is to make sure you watch this video, because after watching this video, trust me, you will have the correct steps that you need to actually start making sure that you start living your dream life as well. All the time that you've wasted in the past Googling how to manifest your dream life, Googling how to manifest properly, all the time you're going to waste in the future Googling this, you will not waste anymore, because you will have the correct tools from this video to actually use that time to manifest the life that you want. So if you're ready to manifest your dream life, these are the steps you need to take. Number 1, visualize with clarity. Yep, I might be contradicting myself here saying visualize, because I just told you those gurus that keep on telling you visualize, visualize. But the key word here is with clarity. Take time to clearly define what your dream life looks like. Write down specific things. For example, by the end of the year, you want to have a house. Where do you want to have this house? Be specific about the location, even the address. If you have an address and street number, street name, everything, put it down. How many square meters do you want it to be? Do you want it to be an apartment in an apartment block? What kind of apartment block do you want it to be in? Do you want it to be an apartment block that is very exclusive, maybe with only 50 apartments or 500 apartments? You know, the mistake we make is that we say, I want a house. And then you take a picture of a house and you just put it there. You're not being specific about exactly where you want that house to be. Do you want it to be a house that you built from scratch? Do you want it to be a house that you actually are going to buy? So if you creating a vision board with pictures, even put words there, write down and say 100 square feet. Say you want it to be 2 stories. You want it to have 2 bathrooms, 3 bedrooms. You want it to have 3 living rooms, all of those things. Want to have a garage, no garage, a carport, a garden. What do you want? What kind of flowers, even if you can? Go to those lengths, create those details. While you're defining your vision and being very specific and clear, this helps you to actually start feeling the emotion, because just cutting a picture from a magazine or printing it from online and pasting it somewhere and not being very specific about that specific dream that you have, it doesn't give you the emotion. Because when you start planning and saying, hey, I want this house to have 4 bedrooms, you start seeing it, you start feeling something, you see yourself walking inside that house. It actually helps that manifestation process. It helps you start getting to be excited to start working towards that dream life, because you already see it, you already visually seeing it. I say take it a step further, which is something that I love doing a lot. What I do is, if I know that I want to buy a property and I know exactly where I want my property to be and how many bedrooms and all of that, viewings, I am that person. I will go for viewings, even if I don't have the money yet for that property, even if I don't have the money yet for that car, even if I don't have the money yet for those clothes, whatever it is, I will start going for viewings. I'll go for test drives. We arrived here in Texas a week ago, last week, and guess what? And what did we do? I said, let's test drive a G-Wagon. Do I have money for G-Wagon? No, I don't. But you know why? Because we want that car and we want to immerse ourselves in that experience of driving it, that feeling of having it. When we left that place, we were like, we are getting this car. You know why? It's driving us to work towards getting that car. One way or another, we will be having that car. So immerse yourself in those emotions. Even if you cannot go, for example, with the house, you cannot go to, if you want to have your house, maybe let's say I am living in South Africa and I want to have a house in Thailand. Even if you cannot go to Thailand, go online, go on their website, do like tours, watch YouTube YouTube, there's people that have been to those places and have probably stayed in those places. If you want to travel the world, but you don't have the money to do it yet, or there's a specific destination you want to go to, watch YouTube videos, go online, search pictures, like picture yourself in that place, like see yourself, how you'll be dressed, what the place will be looking like. Even go as far as start picking out color palettes of how you want to design your house, like your couch, what color couch you want to have. Immerse yourself in the emotion, because once you start immersing yourself in the motion, it helps propel you to want to work towards it even more, because your feeling is there and it helps you to work towards it. This is the part that a lot of people struggle with, which is setting intentions and taking actions, because all of these gurus, they keep on telling us manifest, manifest, it will all just come, manifest. They do not tell you that you actually need to take action, that there's certain steps that you need to be doing. You don't just end by creating a vision board, putting it up on your wall, or writing down all your goals and specifics and being very clear about what you want, and then just leaving it there and just every day waking up and hoping that, oh, someone will come and say, here's the key to your house, here's the key to your car. No, you have to work towards achieving those dreams, making those dreams come true. Yes, we call it manifestation because it helps you. It's a mind thing, because once you put your mindset to something, it helps you work towards it because it drives you. But if you don't have a clear understanding of what you want, that's why it does not happen. So that is why we say manifest, manifest. But manifesting means that you have a dream, you see something that you want, but then how are you going to get there? Here, you can set clear intentions. Look at your dream life. Look at that house that you want, right? Break it down into specifics and actionable intentions. Then from there, once you've broken these intentions into smaller intentions, then you start affirming them every day. And by affirming them every day, it's not just you wake up and you say, I want a big house, I want a 4-bedroom house. No, affirming them every day is now you say, okay, I would like to live in this house. How am I now going to get to this house? Will I be able to get into this house if my life is this way? What things do I need to do in order to be able to get to live in that house? Firstly, budget-wise, how am I going to make that money in order to get that house? Am I going to be buying it cash? And is it going to be financed? If I'm buying it cash, do I have the money now or do I need to start saving? If I need to save, what can I cut out in my life in order to be able to get to that goal that I want? If I'm getting finance, how do I make sure that I have a good and beautiful, crisp, since we're in America, credit score that will allow the bank to give me the amount of money that I need for this? My job, will I be able to pay the mortgage once I get this mortgage? Because it's one thing to be approved by a bank, it's another thing to be able to keep up with that lifestyle, keep up with that house. Because most of us, we dream of lives, we do not think of, okay, once I've gotten something, how am I going to maintain it? Because it's pointless for you to be approved for a home loan, for example. Then 3 months down the line, you realize that you cannot afford to pay the mortgage anymore because there's things like inflation. You need to be thinking of those things. So these are things that you need to start looking at, things that you need to start. How am I going to adjust my life? How am I going to be able to change my life? Do I need to keep certain things in my life? Sometimes you have an expensive car that you don't need. You currently live in an expensive place that you don't need to be living in. So you look at those things. How am I going to change or make the necessary changes in order to achieve the dream life that I want? And another thing that then also helps in this affirmation stage is that you actually consciously every day telling yourself that I am living in my dream life. I am living in my dream house. I am driving my dream car. I am going on my dream holiday. Tell yourself that. There is so much power in you telling your mind every day, because the mind honestly does not know what is real and what isn't. You are the one that tells it. If you every day wake up and you're like, oh, I hate my life, guess what happens? You attract all of the hate my life things. But every day if you wake up and say, I am a boss babe, I am living in my dream house. Yes, you might not be living in it right now, but you are telling your brain, right? And then your brain starts thinking like that. And then your brain starts working towards actually saying, hey, I'm living in my dream. And it starts helping you to start finding ways to live in that dream house, to live that dream life. Now, the next step ties into what I just spoke about. You need to cultivate a positive mindset and be filled with gratitude. To maintain a positive mindset, it is not easy. People make it look like, oh wow, I manifested my dream life. Oh, look at me. I woke up and I'm married to my dream man. Oh, look at me. I'm living my dream life because I put it on a vision board. It is not that simple. If you actually sit down and ask those people, some of them will tell you that it's been 2 years, it's been a year, it's been 6 months that I've been wanting this thing. I put it on my vision board 5 years ago and only now it's coming true. It takes patience. You need to stay positive because a lot can happen, but if you stay positive through everything that might come your way, you might even have people that tell you you're crazy. For example, like I said, I'm unemployed, but I went and I test drove a G-Wagon. Someone might come and say, you are crazy. Why would you do that? You're not gonna get that car. But with that, I tell myself that if that is something that I want, I stay positive. I know that this is something that I want. I am going to work towards it. That is my dream that I have right now, regardless of what anyone says. Sometimes you'll even lose people. That is the whole point of actually working on yourself and moving into the dream life that you want. You might lose people. People might think that you are now all of a sudden strange, you're acting strange, but it's because you're focused. It's because you're having that positive mindset. A lot of people are very negative. You need to be aware of that. And that's okay. You if people do not understand you, not everyone is supposed to be your friend. Not everyone is supposed to understand you. Be okay with it because this is a process that you are going through in order to achieve your dream life. Stay positive. If something knocks you down, remember your why. Remember your vision. Remember your dream. That really helps. I remember people used to think when I said, oh, I want to travel the world in a camper with my partner. I didn't have a boyfriend at the time, right? I didn't have a camper. I lived in South Africa, guys. And I remember my brother told me, because when I moved back from Italy and I was like, I want to buy a camper in South Africa. And he was like, South Africa is dangerous. Like you park your camper and you wake up and you're sleeping on the floor. And it scared me. But that did not deter me from my camper van life dream. And guess what? I met a man who had a camper, lived in Europe. And what did we do? I kind of lived my camper life dream. Yes, we did not travel the world, but that is still something that we're going to do. We will do it. We might not be doing it now, but it's still part of my dream life. I've lived for a year and a half my camper van dream life, a bit of it around Europe, but there's still a lot of that dream that still needs to happen. And I'm working towards it. I am not discounting just because it did not happen in 2 months, in 3 months. It doesn't mean that it's going to stop. I stay positive. I am working towards that. It will happen because it is still something that I want to do. It is still something that I dream of doing. It's not like a forever thing that, oh, we're going to live in a camper forever. But would love to tour. Now we moved to the USA. We'd love to tour the USA, just camper van. Those are things. And we want to buy a camper van here. We will get that camper van. We are staying positive. We are not going to allow the setbacks that we have to now say dampen our brains, no. You need to keep that positive mindset. This goes back to you surrounding yourself as well with positive influences, be it your friends, your family. I'm not saying stop talking to your friends, stop talking to your family, but if someone is negative, if someone is coming and is telling you that you are crazy, your dreams are not valid, do you think that you will keep a positive mindset? No, you will not. So it's important for you to be like, what is good for me? Maybe in this season of my life, I do not need this negative talk. I need positive influences. Listen to podcasts, positive podcasts. Watch positive YouTube. Read positive books that instill that positive mindset. I remember the very first book that I read around this was The Secret. I'm sure you've probably also read it or you've heard about it. And I did not understand it at the time. I was still in uni doing my undergraduate and everyone was talking about the secret. All you have to do is think positive. But what people were failing to actually understand is that yes, you need to think positive. The law of attraction, it is there and it's very powerful. So if you think negative all the time, what's going to happen? Negative. But if you think of positive, you're attracting all of the positive things. Think of all the good things that you want in your life. Think of them daily. It's not easy, especially when you're starting, but it is important to try every day, practice it. If you have to block out time to practice it, block out time to sit down and say, I'm just thinking of all the positive things, my life, my good life, Visualize yourself. I said it. Walk that life. Walk the street you want to live in. Go walk in the car dealership of the car you want to buy. If you want to be an author, start writing that book. Even if you don't have a book deal yet, even if you don't know how you're going to start writing it, do it. Practice your writing now. Don't wait until it's happening, but you start living it now. Practice self-care as well. Self-care is very important. I know we are in that era now where everybody is pushing for self-care. I'm for it as well. Self-care is different for everyone. Self-care might just mean sleeping the whole day for you. It might mean going to a spa. It might mean reading a book. It might mean going for a run. Whatever it is that you need in order to maintain yourself, do it. Prioritize this, because that really helps you to stay motivated, to stay in that positive mindset, and to eliminate the negative talk. Guys, I struggle with this as well. But this whole negative talk about doubting yourself, about all your weaknesses, yes, we all have weaknesses, and it's good to acknowledge your weaknesses, but they don't allow those things to now become who you are. Learn to eliminate bad self-talk, negative self-talk. I remember there was this movie, whole racial movie, where the helper was telling the little girl that you is smart, you is beautiful, you is pretty. Do that. Tell yourself those things. Tell yourself that I am living in my dream house, I am driving my car, I am working in my dream job, I am having my dream family, I am having my dream body. Do that every day. That positive talking, that helps you, because if you keep on talking like that, like I said, your brain does not know. Like the studies that have been done where they compared people, that one person will be taught physically how to play the piano, the other person is told in the brain. They're not given the lessons. And guess what? At the end, this person that has never touched the piano was able to play the piano, because the brain was being taught every day that it knows how to play the piano. That is how powerful our brains are. Obviously, like I'm saying, and I said before, I'm not saying that your house will magically come, but I mean that your brain is that powerful. If you keep on telling your brain that I am living in my dream house, your brain will start helping you to start working towards living in your dream house. Your brain will start helping you to have your dream body. Your brain will start helping you to live your dream life. Practice gratitude. This is very important. And this is something that most of us, I also fall short here. Let's talk about this life that I'm living. Once I start living that life, I forget to go back and say thank you. I forget to be grateful for it. But now I'm practicing it more and more every day. I'm trying to appreciate the smallest things, the smallest progress, the smallest thing that I achieve. I want to be grateful. Be that person that is grateful for every small thing. Practice gratitude in everything that you achieve. Practice gratitude, because that gratitude opens up door for more of the positive things to come towards you. When you practice gratitude, you show that you're grateful for what you have, for grateful for the progress that you're making, even showing gratitude for things that you don't have yet. For the fact that you have that dream of having that house, of having that job, of having all of that. Like I said, walk as if you already have it. Say thank you for my dream house. Thank you for my dream kitchen. Thank you for my dream children. Thank you for my dream job. Thank you for my dream vacations. Thank you. Being grateful. Celebrate these small things that you are currently achieving. Gratitude actually shifts your focus to abundance. The more grateful you are, the more abundance comes, because you are showing that you are grateful for the small things that you have. Like, we in this apartment, I'm grateful for this apartment. And guess what? Gratitude, we are going to move to the kind of apartment that we actually want. We are very happy because we were happy with this. We walked in here the first day and we're like, oh, this place is nice. We like it. And obviously, but we knew what we wanted. We knew that this is not what we want. Well, now we know that exactly what we want. We went and we saw and we said, yes, this is it. We're moving there because we were grateful for this. It started from where we were before. We were grateful for that, but we were working towards something bigger and better. The same, being grateful, it opens up a lot of abundance in your life. So practice gratitude. Gratitude is very important. You can do this by keeping a gratitude journal. Do this daily. It really helps because every day day, it will remind you of the simple things. It will force you to actually look deep into your day, into your life, and actually write down the important things. Sometimes it might not even be important things. It can be a simple thing as you are grateful that you were able to cross the road safely. You are grateful that you were able to wake up in the morning. Because I know I struggled the first time I did this whole gratitude thing is when I was an au pair, and the family had this tradition that at dinner, when everyone is sitting at the table, everyone gets a chance to say what they are grateful for, what they are thankful for that day. It was very difficult for me because I was not used to it. But the more you do it, the more you realize that you've got so much to be grateful for. It doesn't have to be a big thing. Like most of us wait until you buy that car, you get that dream job, you win the lottery. Don't wait. Be grateful that you were able to have that, I don't know how much it is, 250 for you to be able to play the lottery. Be grateful that you were able to wake up in the morning. Be grateful that you had breakfast to eat. Write it down in a journal, a gratitude journal. And journals also help you to go back and actually see the things that you have been working towards, because you can write every day, even your achievements. Because when you write the gratitude journal, you actually also write your achievements for the day. For example, if you are looking for a dream job and that day you had an interview in your dream company, for example, 3 months down the line, you can go back and say, hey, look at that. At that time, I did not have that job and now I have it. That just brings so much gratitude to you. It helps you to even see where you were and where you are going, and help you to propel you to even go further, because you can see your progress. So try to have a gratitude journal. Write everything down. If you've gotten this far in this video, you clearly want to manifest your dream life. So what I want you to do now is I want you to go to your vision board if you already have one. Look at it. See if it's actually very clarified. Like, is it defining everything with specificity? Obviously, you don't have to write everything on a vision board, that all of the specifics. But if you have it on the vision board and then maybe in a journal, write the specifics down in a journal. Have the vision board to have it there visually, because visualizing is very powerful. And if you don't have a vision board yet, do it. Definitely do a vision board. Put it somewhere where you can see it every single day. Put it somewhere on a wall that you'll be able to walk towards, look at it, and then talk to yourself and see how far you've achieved those goals. Even look at that and talk those affirmations while you're looking at your vision board. But make that vision board very detailed. Don't just put a house. Don't just put a car. Don't just put yourself in a suit in an office. Don't just put yourself in a beach. If you're putting a picture of yourself sitting at a beach, write the name of the beach. Be that specific. Write the name of the hotel you'll be staying in, if it's a hotel or a resort, or whatever. Even be specific as to how you are going to get there. Like, are you going to be flying Emirates? Are you going to be flying Lufthansa? Write it down on a daily basis as well. Practice your gratitude. Write in your gratitude journal. So that is what I want you to do. And then we'll revisit in 3 months and see how well it's going. So for now, let's go live our dream lives.